Carney needs to cancel, not continue with, the Liberals' failed gun ban and buyback scheme. Liberal leader Mark Carney announced that he will continue with the Liberals' gun buyback if he wins the next election. That's a bad idea because it will cost taxpayers a boatload of money and won't make Canadians any safer. Here's what the head of the RCMP union had to say about the ban more than 4 years ago.
The majority of gun crime in Canada is committed with illegal firearms that are traced back to the United States. So if we're talking about what kind of guns commit the majority of crimes, it's those that are obtained illegally and are not registered in Canada and not possessed by legal firearms owners.
And that's the crux of it. This ban isn't going to make Canadians safer because confiscating guns from law-abiding gun owners does nothing to disrupt the criminal supply chain of firearms. The RCMP union also goes on to say that Ottawa's buyback diverts extremely important personnel, resources, and funding away from addressing the more immediate and growing threat of the criminal use of illegal firearms. And it's not just the police who are saying this. Academics who study this stuff are saying the exact same thing. The University of Toronto professor said that buyback programs like this are largely ineffective at reducing gun violence, in large part because the people who participate in such programs are not likely to use those guns to commit violence. It's not going to be criminals lining up outside of some government warehouse to give their guns back. It's going to be law-abiding gun owners. And the stats bear this out. Every year since the gun ban was announced in 2020, meaning that it was illegal to use those firearms, violent gun crime in Canada has increased. So it's clear that this program won't work, but it's also clear that it's going to be very expensive for taxpayers. In 2019, the government said the buyback would cost taxpayers $200 million. A report from the Parliamentary Budget Officer says that only buying back the guns could cost $756 million. And now other government documents show that the cost is likely to balloon into the billions of dollars. So the so-called gun buyback is expensive and won't make Canadians safer. So why is Carney committing to keep this disastrous policy? Carney needs to scrap the gun ban and buyback, not double down on this failed and expensive program.